킹덤컴2 지난번에 이제 앞부분 좀 하고 그다음에 한참 동안 블러드본 하느라고 못했는데 아무튼 이제 스토리 엔딩 보는 게 목표고 용량은 없이 할 거라서 얼마나 걸릴지는 잘 모르겠어. 여관 주인한테 물어봐라. 그런 상태에서는 은밀하게 조용히 된다. 조작도 어떻게 하는지 다 까먹었어? 피해자가 직접 자기 통해서 가져가는 경우
Indeed, good wife. I'm Sir Hans Capon of Lipa, Lord of Rata. That is, almost.
Almost a nobleman, sir?
It's, well, a little complicated. Basically, my father, God rest his soul, bequeathed his estates to me when I come of age.
Ah, what's
L를
complicated
누르면은 주먹질 준비. L은 아직 아무것도 없는 것 같고 R은 아무것도 없고 아래쪽에 네모난 게 스태미너 수치인 것 같고 주먹 한 방 날리기 이만큼 달아. 하나 둘 셋 세 방 날리면 헉헉거려. 발차기는
King is being held captive in Austria by his own brother, and I'm still the almost.
자기가 더 적게 나.
Our king is locked up.
Yes. Sigismund had him abducted. Have you not heard of it? Where is it coming back?
Well, right here in the woods near Sheliod. Almost noble, sir.
Ah, yes. Look who's finally up. Henry, come and join us.
Drachman.
Good morning, Henry. You have no idea how glad I am to see you. Come join our banquet in the midst of these exquisite woods.
I'm glad to see you too. I see you're in a surprisingly good mood for someone who was at death's door yesterday.
It's all the more cause for merrymaking. Even this water now tastes like the finest wine.
Of course. I did bring it all the way from the spring.
And for that, I am in your debt, fair maid. And I'm grateful to you too, Henry. Bojena told me what happened here yesterday. That's the third time you've saved my life. I suppose I'll have to give you some estate or something.
The third time? What in God's name happened the first two times?
Now, Henry, don't make her beg. Tell this good maiden of your heroic deeds.
한스 쿠바닌들에게 잡혔을 때
Well, there was this time when me and Hans had some fisticuffs in the tavern, and for punishment, I had to accompany him on the hunt.
And I shot a boar.
And made it mad. And when Hans chased after the wounded animal, he got caught by a Cuman patrol.
Humans?
쉽게 설명했다. 잔인한 살인자들이에요.
You haven't come across them? They're savages from the Hungarian lands. The core of Sigismund's army. Who knows what heathen gods they pray to? They hold nothing sacred. They pillage, rape, and murder. They razed my hometown of Skalitz to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
I told you about them, though. The fellas in the tavern in Zheleov were saying there's some foreigners like that camping in the rocks down by the pond.
What?
It's just what I heard.
Whoa, that's all we need. I hope they don't turn up here. What could us two do alone against them?
What could they want from us? But if they did come here to rob us, I'd shoot enough arrows into them to make them think twice. But the thing I want to know is, how did it end up with young Sir Hans?
Well, as I said, they took him captive.
Well, there must have been 10 of them. I hadn't a chance.
You must have been seeing double. As I recall, there were 2.
That just proves how well you can count. Besides, they were armed to the teeth and had bows and armor. It might as well have been 10.
Whatever. Anyway, with a bit of luck, I managed to free Sir Hans.
Why the modesty? You got them. Maybe a stroke of luck, but as we know, al dentes.
Fortuna juvat.
See now, you've finally learned it.
What?
It's just this kind of motto of ours. Fortune favors the bold.
Maybe they're really telling the truth about who they are. Who but a lord or a priest could know Latin? And priests they ain't. I can tell.
And as I recall, you already got a pony from Uncle Hanush as a reward for saving me. Your pebbles. So I'll save myself a few groschen.
But you never gave me anything for Talmberg.
For Talmberg? What was that about then?
이것도 다 들어가야지. 왜냐면 나는 원을 안 했으니까. 안색의 화탄을 맞았을 때
The foe took the castle by subterfuge, and we planned a counterattack.
Under the cloak of darkness, we scaled the mighty walls of Talmberg Castle to get inside and open the portcullis to our brothers in arms who were poised and ready to attack.
And we almost succeeded. Only, along the way, Sir Hans here took an arrow to his noble seat.
Seat? He got shot in the backside.
My upper thigh, actually.
Backside it was. But that's no joke either. It's not easy to run with an arrow stuck in your arse. If I hadn't carried him...
I admit it, you saved my arse.
Well, now, you two have been through a thing or two. As far as I can tell, it really was his backside and not his thigh. I examined Hans and saw the scar for myself. But I reckon you paid off part of your debt the other day, sir.
그 귀한 놈은 어떻게 쓰러뜨리신 거예요?
True enough. Hey, how did you manage to get the best of that cutthroat the other night when you hauled me here?
To be honest, by a
한
stroke
명이
of luck,
쫓아왔었는데 얘가
we were
달려들었었지.
fighting outside, but that fucker got a hold of his falcon and let me have it in the guts. I thought I was done for, but I groped around and found a pail and whacked him with it with the last of my strength. And luckily, I hit him a nice crack right on the noggin. Can't remember a thing after that.
My word. Fortune really does favour you. You chose your motto well.
Once we get back to Ratai, I'll have it inscribed on my shield.
Do tell. What else did the two of you encounter?
Quite a lot of things, but I'm afraid we don't have much time for storytelling right now. We came here on an important mission, and we cannot afford to dally any longer. We have to get to Trotsky as soon as we can. How far is it from here?
Not far. Once you climb the hill above Zhelioth, you'll see the castle.
All right. I think we should get on our way as soon as possible.
I'll prepare a bit of food for you, for your journey.
Oh, Bajena, I don't know how to thank you for all this.
But I do. Once we've settled our business with von Bergov, I shall reward you as befits a knight. You have my word of honor.
Now you've got me curious. I never got a knight's word before.
For a start, you can leave me that axe and spade. We can't manage without them.
Yes, of course. And thanks for everything you've done, Bajena.
I have something for you, Henry. Ma had trouble because of you, but I know you didn't do it on purpose, and you protected her when she needed it. I want to thank you for that. Take this potion. It will help when you're in danger or don't know which way to turn. Have a little sip each time, and it'll save you a lot of trouble. You'll see. It's not all that hard to brew. With a bit of practice, you could manage it yourself.
Thanks, Pavlana. This'll come in
너희
handy.
대신에 제도법을 얻었어.
But we better get
저장용
going now.
Hans is right.
일락이지.
We're very glad we met you. and we're obliged to you for your help and hospitality. God bless you.
And you too, sirs.
As Henry says, may God bless you for your generosity and your healing arts. And you have rightfully earned the gratitude of the House of Lipa for all time. If you should ever find yourself in need, the doors of Perkstein shall always be open to you.
Thank you, sir. Though I'm not sure I could find the way to Perkstein. Hopefully we'll never need to take up your offer. Sorry for coming late, Ma. I got held up in Troskowitz.
Of all places. And it's not the first time.
I know, but I was going past and I thought I'd try to sell some baskets and ointments there. And I succeeded.
Emmerich won't be happy.
Then he shouldn't sell so dear. He charges nearly twice as much as we do, so it's no wonder folks buy from us. But I understand. Next time I'll come straight home, so you're not on your own so much. If anyone comes here again threatening you, I'll put them in their place with an arrow. That'll teach them to try it on with us.
Maybe it's a good thing you wasn't here. They'd catch you, and I dread to think what they'd do with you.
They'd never catch me. You know I can take down a hare on the run, and a man's an easier target.
True enough. You've got a steady hand and an eye like a hawk. Not like me. But you know how it is. The less fuss going on around here, the better for us. And if anything does happen, we've got Growler, and he won't leave us in the lurch.
True. That animal is God's gift. Time to do something useful. The days are long, but there's no end of work to do.
Aye. Thank you, Pavlena. I don't know what I'd do without you. Good day to you.
Good day.
R3를 누르면은 이렇게 앉아.
Nothing against the hospitality of the good women folk here, but I want to get to Trotsky Castle right away.
다른 사람들은요? 라고 물어볼게.
What about the rest of our company? Could someone else have got away?
You saw for yourself. They didn't stand a chance. But you're right, we shouldn't just leave it at that. As soon as we get to Trotsky, I'll make sure they get a proper Christian burial and their souls find peace.
And when we get back to Ratai, we'll have a mass served for them.
You're right. They were damned good lads. I've known Oates since childhood. Damn it.
연못에서 토드를 봤습니다. 들어갈게.
Hold on a bit. Before we hit the road, there's something you should know. I have a hunch that one of that band that ambushed us at the pond was Istvan Toth.
Toth? Are you yanking my pizzle? He's long since over the hills and far away.
이상하게 들리실 거 압니다.
I know how it sounds, but I saw it.
사실 지금
Believe
토드가
me,
누군지 잘
I'd never
기억도 안
mistake
나는데
his ugly face after all that happened.
Of course, Henry. I know you have accounts to settle with him, but that's nonsense. Toth is in Sigismund's service and is harassing his opponents. And Otto von Bergov is one of Sigismund's allies. So Toth's hardly going to attack his people. It was dark. God knows what you saw.
I saw him, the bastard, and I'll get him.
Yes. We'll surely get him one day. I promise you. And your sword, too. But I don't think either of them are around here. You're still my protector, though. So you need a weapon right away. Here you go. You never know.
사냥용 칼. 이거 어디서 구하셨어요? 아, 그건 필요 없지. 그냥 감사합니다.
Thanks. I hope I won't need it.
Well, as do I. But better to have it than nothing. Come on. Let's get going. Your mind will turn to better things along the way.
참 고마운 할머니야. 땡큐 보제나. 이제 튜토리얼 끝났다고 보는 건가? 일단 이제 튜토리얼 끝나고 이제 오프닝 나오는 거구만.
I hope they've got a good physician at this castle. Or at least a barber. I mean, that old crone got me on my feet. But I don't believe much in herbal remedies. You can't beat an educated man of medicine.
And I can't wait to sleep in a proper bed.
And some wine!
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, it's closed. Open up! I bear an urgent message for your liege lord. Hear me! Open the gate! I am a messenger from Sir Hanush of Lipa.
반응이 없어.
Shit!
똥을 뿌렸나?
You fucking cunts! Do you know who I am? No, we fucking don't. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, heir to Ratai. Now, look here, you filthy beggar! I'm not here for your amusement, so get your stinking, ragged asses out of here on the double. The pair of you!
What's all this about?
Why don't you send those beggars packing?
I did, sir. They say they're messengers.
I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. Envoy...
I heard. Nevertheless, I doubt Sir Hanush would send 2 vagabonds covered in excrement as emissaries. Apart from which, Sir Hans Capon is dead. We found his body by the pond. His company was ambushed by outlaws, and they were slaughtered to the last man.
Yes, yes, they ambushed us, but we managed to get away.
Sir, we met your Captain Thomas on our way. He can testify to who we are. He saw our message and its seal.
How terribly unfortunate you are. The captain's company was also ambushed by outlaws. The captain barely escaped with his life and has been delirious for 3 days. And even if he did confirm your story, I am under strict orders to admit no strangers to the castle.
Sir, there's a horseman approaching in King Sigismund's colours.
Ah, now that's what a messenger looks like. Count yourselves lucky that I don't have time to waste on you. Be gone!
I'm getting in, whether you like it or not. Your shitty hands off me!
Look, wait. Wait, one moment!
참 쌀쌀맞구만.
What the fuck was that?
So now what?
There's only one thing we can do.
Have you two got any groschen?
What do you take me for, wench?
For someone who stinks like a badger.
Look, we've had a tough couple of days, so we'd like a bit of peace and quiet, a beer, and a bite to eat.
Unless you want to share a bowl of gruel, you're going to need more coin than this.
Just bring the best you have, and we'll settle later.
As the gentleman wishes.
Well, she's not far off. We look like a couple of beggars, and we stink even worse.
돈을 모아가지고 좀
What the fuck was all that at the gate? You try to talk to them and get shit poured on your head.
좋은 옷을 맞춰야 되는
Different
건가?
lands, different customs.
God's holy britches.
I expect they've had trouble with beggars at the castle, so they act without thinking.
Oh, really? I'd never have figured that out. I'd rather hear some cunning plan how to get out of this shit. Huh?
순서대로 하지. 먼저 몸을 씻고 옷부터 갈아입자.
The first thing we have to do is get ourselves into decent shape. Have a good scrub, get some better clothes. Then they might believe we're actually messengers.
That's all very well, except we can't even pay our bill here. Never mind a visit to the baths and the tailor.
돈을 벌어야지.
So we'll earn some.
Earn?
I'm not afraid of work. And we're gonna need every groschen we can get.
And how long will it take for you to earn a few groschen? And where will you find a decent tailor? Before we get ourselves sorted out, Sigismund will be sitting on the throne in Prague.
So what do you suggest? Going back to Ratai?
To Ratai? You just don't get it, do you? We can't go crawling back like this. We'd be a laughing stock.
맞아요.
I suppose you're right. We'd be taken for total idiots.
Well, you could shrug that off. But me, we've got no message, no coin, nothing but our ragged arses.
Chin up. We'll sort it out somehow, and everything will be fine again.
Nothing will be fine, my friend. I'll tell you 4 reasons why. Oates, Tankard, Conrad, and Nicholas, instead of sitting here with us, having a chat and a laugh, they're just food for crows in some godforsaken hole.
이때 겸손하게 얘기하지. 제 잘못도 있습니다.
I'm just as much to blame for their deaths as you. We're in this together.
At least we should give them a proper burial as soon as possible. They were good
기독교
Christians,
신장을
even though it didn't always seem that way.
We'll keep the promise we made at Pagenas. The best way to honor their memory is to finish our mission. We'll get inside the castle. You'll see. We'll avenge our lads and go back to Ratai with our heads held high.
아주 중요한
Promise you
걸.
that.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Food. About bloody time.
Here we are. Gentlemen.
What is this stuff?
Hey, there's meat in that. And there's more than you gave me coin for. When you've finished, report for work.
Cheers.
What is it?
It's that woman from the pond.
Or the one you gave us away for?
I bear that witch. Wench!
What I tell you? What are you waiting for? She can vouch for who we are. Go to her.
God be with you. A full pitcher of wine, please.
My word, that's a picture and a half. I ain't seen you here before. Who sent you?
말 사람은
Not
아닌가
them
보네.
nomad vagabonds, I hope.
Don't worry. I've come from the castle. I'm Catherine, and I've got the lovely job of keeping the soldiers' throats wet.
Ah, that's another matter then.
성 사람이랑 성 아래 마을 사람이랑은 잘 모르나 보네.
Can you smell that too?
Oof. It stinks like something died here.
공손하게 해야지. 말씀 중에 죄송합니다.
Sorry to interrupt.
Jesus, fella. That's a bit much.
Hey, youngster, if you want to go around mixing with my guests here, go and wash the stench off yourself at the trough first. Stinking up my establishment.
Is anyone you know going to the
Tired
wedding?
and tired.
Nobody invited me. I know where I'm
What was that?
That's wounded.
Oh, hi.
열심입니다.
Poor Captain Thomas might never get back on his feet. Him and his men were attacked by bandits. Most of them are dead.
Jesus Christ.
Lord von Berghoff is beside himself and won't allow his soldiers out the castle.
I hope my
Aha!
uncle don't let
So
me down.
that's why they sent you for the wine. Wait a moment then. I'll be right back.
Doesn't half taste good today.
떠난다.
Sorry to bother you, but I've seen you before.
Oh, eh? I don't remember. Hold on. Are you the boy that cleans the pit under the castle shitting hole?
습격을 당했었잖아.
You were attacked by those bandits.
What bandits? What are you on about?
그때 연못에서 습격을 당했었잖아.
You were attacked at the pond. You, some other women, and so were we, as it happens.
I have no idea what you're on about. I work at the castle, and I wasn't at any pond.
내가 당신 목숨을
You
구했잖아.
know very well what I'm talking about. I saved your life.
Are you drunk? out of my sight.
Here's your wine. Is this vagabond bothering you?
I can handle the likes of him myself. Thanks for the wine. Bye.
Look, please. I don't know what's up with you, but I know you were there. I need your help. You owe me that much. But we need to get to von Berghoff, and you're the only one who can confirm who we are.
You can't get into the castle. And even if you could, that was the King's messenger. Von Berghoff is getting ready to ride out.
Shit.
If you want to speak to him, the best place would be Samin's wedding.
결혼식?
He'll be there.
혜민 영주의 결혼식?
Wait.
And don't ever lay your hands on me again.
그래도 정보는 알려줬네.
What are you gaping at? Have you nothing better to do?
That's the most important thing. Enjoy yours while you've still got it.
Why are you standing here like a pillar of salt? Are you ready?
이게 언제든지 서 있죠?
Always ready.
Glad to hear it. You pair ordered a lot more than you paid for, so you work your debt off, like I said.
Okay.
All right. What do you want us to do?
Over there by the gate, there's a cart with sacks of flour from the mill.
아빠에서 밀가루. 네.
My old man was meant to take them into the house. But as soon as he got a sniff of work, he vanished into thin air. The second door in there leads to the pantry. That's where I need you to haul the sacks. You have to lay each sack on the planks, so they don't touch the damp floor and go
상자 위에다
moldy.
하나씩.
If you just chuck it on the floor in the corner, it'll spoil. So do it properly. 2 men can finish the work in a jiffy, and then we'll be quits.
Okay.
All right. We'll do it. Carrying a few sacks won't kill us. For sure, it's less daunting work than fighting bandits in the woods.
Aye, it's terrible about them bandits. We never had nothing like that here before. Like it or not, you can't pay what you owe me, so I'm putting you to work. Is that clear?
All right. We'll do it.
Glad to hear it. I can see you ain't stuck up like your mate. Where are you actually from, if you don't mind me asking?
멀리서 왔습니다. 라타이.
Ratai.
Rat-tie. That rings a bell. I ain't been further than the back off me whole life. But I know this place inside and out.
이 사람이 정보상이야. 결혼식에 대한 얘기를 들었습니다.
I heard some talk about some wedding being planned here.
Ah, nobody's talking about nothing else. Young Lord Samin is marrying
Samin
Agnes,
도련님,
the daughter
Agnes.
of Thrush, our Truscovitz bailiff. And it's going to be a grand affair. When rich folks get
딸
married,
아그네스.
that's a feast that's a lot different from when some tanner gets hitched to a bathhouse wench.
본 배고프 경도 결혼식에 참석하실까요?
Will Lord von Berghoff be at the wedding?
How should I know what his lordship's plans are? But most likely he will be.
혜민이란 건
Samin
지역
is his
이름이었구나.
vassal.
결혼식은 어디서 열렸나요?
Where's the wedding going to be?
At Samin, of course. I expect old Sir Jan and our bailiff will try to outdo each other in showing off their
연경
wealth.
행정관. 세민이 누구죠?
Who is this Samin?
Can't you tell by the name? The Lord of Samin. The fort in the village belonged to him.
요새와
Old Jan Samin is the head of the family. And his son's called Olda.
양세민,
And it's
올다세민.
him who's getting itched. There used to be a rich family. Their glory's faded a bit, but they still have some clout.
여기 결혼식 갈 수
Could
있나요?
I get to the wedding somehow?
I don't know about that, lad. It's for invited guests only.
It seems that's really our only chance.
What's that?
Oh, nothing.
If you want to find out more, there's a couple of invited guests having an ale over there. Young Svatja there. He's the bride's brother. He can be a bit of a pain, but he's a good lad at heart.
Is that all you know about the wedding?
What else is there to know? I'm just looking forward to being a guest and having someone serve me for a change.
여기 생활은 어떠세요?
What's life like here?
Better now that you and your pal have finally had a wash. Truth to tell, it used to be better. The war might be far away, but more and more young lads are going away to fight. But then there's a shortage of folk to do the work around here. And that's a big
젊은 사람이
problem.
없어서 일할 사람이 없어. 유감입니다.
I'm sorry.
Well, can't be helped. Let's hope things get better.
이 주변에서 술집이 여기 한국분인가요?
Is this the only tavern here?
In Trushkovitz it is.
You must be doing pretty well then, eh?
I'd be doing a lot better if everyone paid their bills.
어디로 가면 일자리를 구할 수 있을까요?
Where can I find work around these parts?
First, you gotta carry them sacks for me, so don't bother looking anywhere else yet. But otherwise, you can find work anywhere. You just need to keep your eyes open and not be afraid to ask. Try Radovan the smith for one. He's a bit odd, but he'll pay decently for a helping hand. Come to mention it, he's sat just round the corner there, if you want to ask him about it. And that fella next to him is Miller Crazel. He needs helpers now and then, but watch out for him. You know what they say about Millers.
I've heard things all right.
Well then, be careful.
Where do you want the sacks moved to?
To the pantry. That's the second door inside there. But I'd split the work with your pal if I was you, so you don't do yourself a mischief. It's his debt too, ain't it?
I'll go and discuss it with my friend then.
And careful with them sacks. I don't want you ripping them or anything like that. Here it comes. And what can I get for you?
좀 뒤지고.
Blessings to you. Innkeeper, a beer.
새로운 코덱스 항목 아래 인사 고개를 숙이는 것인데 상황과 당시의 상호주의에 따라 다양한 변화가 있었다. 가슴을 손에 얹고 가볍게 고개를 숙이는 것은 손에 얹고 가볍게 고개를 숙이는 것은 동등한 지위에 있는 귀족 중일 경우에 어울린다. 더 깊이 고개를 숙이는 한층 더 예의를 갖춰 인사하는 것이었다. 남자격은 왼쪽 무릎으로 고개를 숙이는 모습을 통치 남자격은 고개를 하는 순서 붙여있는 것이었다. 그래서 하면 상갑자 일어나갈 때는 그대로 유지해야 한다. 가장 조수적인 단계는 양쪽 무릎을 꿇고 절하는 것인데 완전한 목표편을 완전한 목표편으로 종종 저리고 하며 탄원을 할 때 사용됐다. 모자를 벗어 인사하는 것이고 의색이 부르고는 방식과 함께 들어온 것이다. 그것과 고의 성취자에게는 반지에 입을 맞추는 것으로 수식을 표현한다. 반지에 입을 맞추는 것. 고생의 손에 입을 맞추는 것은 결제하지 않은 행동이었기에 대신 더 깊이 고개를 숙여 인사를 받았는데 이는 여성의 사회적지만은 받을 수 없는 것이었다. 특정 인물을 볼 때 서면된 것으로 특정한 형태의 인사를 전했다. 예를 들어 마을 주민은 정직한, 연장은 존경받는, 영재는 고귀하신 라는 호칭을 붙여서 불러야 했다. 주민은 정직한, 존경받는, 고귀하신. 시골에서는 사람들이 헛되다가 서로 인사를 하는데 주로 건강한 번영심의 축복을 빌거나 시대로 보인 전부 내 축복이 있기를 주에서 찬양하라 등의 언급하는 방식이 있다.
You're not the fella who's supposed to carry the sacks, are you?
들어간다. 왜 여기서 있는
What are you
겁니까?
standing here for?
I'm waiting. I'm paid to transport loads, not to haul them on my back.
The cart won't unload itself, will it?
그렇지. 제가 내려드릴까요?
Well, that's a stroke of luck. I'm just looking for a job myself. How about I haul those sacks?
It's all the same to me. Go and talk to the innkeeper about it.
There'd have to be two of us. I couldn't manage it.
잘한다.
Bloody work. Nothing but waiting.
Oh, I feel a bit sick.
어떻게 되는 거지?
Did you hear?
엑셀 눌러도 아무것도
Did the innkeeper send you for the sacks?
Going to cut. Taking their time again.
How are things at home? Why the long face?
Oh, how much longer am I going to have to wait?
어떻게 하는 걸까? 세모를 누르면은 휘파람.
If you ain't here to carry, clear off.
어떻게 하는 거야? 엑셀 눌러도 안 되고. 네모? 아니면 동그라미? 아, 점프.
If you ain't here to carry, clear off.
어떻게 하는 건데? 엑셀 꾹 누르면?
If you ain't here to carry, clear off.
There'd have to be two of us. I couldn't manage a pig that size on my own. He's strong as an ox.
What are you still standing here for?
I already told you. I'm waiting till someone can be asked to unload my car.
We'll talk about it later.
If you ain't here to carry, clear off. If you ain't here to carry, clear off.
When their time comes, I'll take her to the butcher. And the more I think about it, the clearer it is to me that
Look
out! I can't do
내가
it.
크레이지고 얘랑
We can come up with a plan to take her away.
그러면
Greetings to you.
Likewise, lad.
I haven't seen you here before. Where are you from?
오늘 외지인입니다.
Well, I'm not from around here. I'm just an ordinary tradesman who minds his own business.
An ordinary tradesman, you say?
I find that hard to believe. Me and Crazel have had our eye on you for a while now.
You look like beggars, but you talk like learned fellows. You two are an odd pair, all right.
Do me a favor. It's obvious they're two hard-up students, or apprentices. What do they call you, lad?
henry.
I'm Henry.
So, Henry, what was it you were after?
Since you've joined us.
이걸 찾고 있던.
Looking for work.
And what can you do?
I can do a lot of things. But mainly, I'm a blacksmith.
Bugger me. A blacksmith, you say? That makes two of us. And my apprentices have just vanished along with my goods, the bastards. When I'm swamped with work, let's shake on it.
Why work in the smithy when you can work in my mill? The job's cleaner and less grueling.
Oi, I asked him first.
약간 일이 생겼습니다. 원래 경력이 있으니까. 생각해보죠.
Interesting offers. I'll have a think about it.
Don't leave it too fucking long, or it might be too late.
If you're after more than just brute force and fire, you'll
Sammy
find me
아랫거리.
in Lower Samin.
And me in Takov.
결혼식에 대해서 아는 게 있습니까?
I heard there's going to be a big wedding in these parts. What do you know about it?
That's right. A big affair in Samin.
Everyone wants to go.
And anyone who's not invited is trying to worm their way in somehow. Not me, though. I couldn't give a toss.
Because you weren't invited, eh?
Of course I was invited. But what do I care about young Samin and the bailiff's lass?
초대를 받았어.
We're all just playthings in God's hands. One day, our earthly bonds will vanish in time, like smoke.
Trying to sound clever again, are you, Crazel?
All I'm saying
is that these petty affairs of men leave me cold.
Sod that, it's gonna be big. Even Lord von Burgo himself is gonna be at the wedding. And he hardly ever shows his face in public.
초대받지 않은 사람이 결혼식할 순 없으니까.
Could someone get to the wedding without an invitation?
Someone? You mean? Forget it, looking like that.
Well, I think it might be possible, using certain methods. The play of light and shadow, a cloak as black as night.
What are you going on about? More Miller's witchery?
All right. I won't say another word.
Semin's bound to keep a damn close eye on his big day. So you won't get in without an invitation.
일단 이 정도만 말하는 게 좋을 것 같아. 뒤로. 이 지역에 대해
I haven't been
공부하겠습니다.
here before, and I'd like to learn something about this region.
What's there to say? It's not a bad place to live.
It's usually peaceful, thank God. I don't like too much excitement.
You've got good reason to hide, I reckon.
That's enough of your mudslinging. It's actually good to live in an estate where the Lord's away most of the time.
That's true. Just a couple of villages, rocks, fields, not even a church worth the name, in fact. That's despite Otto van Burgo being one of the kingdom's most powerful nobles. The darkest place is under the candlestick, as they say.
When his lordship isn't in these parts, his chamberlain stands in for him.
우리
Ulrich von Schaumburg's his name.
I saw him on the gate tower when he sent us packing like beggars.
Aye, he's a right haughty bastard.
꼴대기
On the other
가능하다고.
hand, he can be negotiated with.
If you can get to him.
일단 떠난다.
I've got to be going.
Wait, there's something else I want to ask. What's your story? Are you students? Apprentices?
You ain't, are you? You look too scruffy.
We're messengers who were supposed to deliver a letter to Sir Otto von Berghoff. We set up camp down by the pond, and in the evening we were attacked by bandits. They slaughtered our men. It was only through luck that we saved our skins. We lost everything, even the letter. So they wouldn't let us into the castle.
Can't say I'm surprised. I'd send you packing myself. But it's true, there's bandits marauding in these parts. They're getting bolder and bolder. Even attacked a patrol from the castle recently.
Aye, these are evil times. Nothing never happened like that in King Charles's day.
Farewell then, Henry.
Farewell.
위험한 플레이스. 그래, 아저씨 이래야지. 나이스.
I talked to that woman from the pond.
I noticed. It didn't look like she was too pleased to see you, though.
The main thing is, she denied ever being at the pond.
It's definitely her, though. You don't forget a figure like hers.
I got the feeling she didn't want to talk about it for some reason. I did get something out of her, though.
What? Don't keep me in suspense.
Von Berghoff is about to leave the castle.
Sacre! If he pledges to Sigismund before we can get to him, everything's fucked.
Calm down, let me finish. There's also going to be a big wedding in the region. Young Lord Semin, a nobleman, is marrying the local bailiff's daughter. It's the talk of the region. It's invitation only, of course. But maybe we could wangle our way in somehow.
Why should some wedding in a shithole near Trotsky be of any interest to us?
Because it looks like von Berghoff will be there.
Oh, that's fantastic news, Henry. So all we have to do is get on the guest list. And that shouldn't be a problem because you've got a cunning plan, right?
뭐 생각해볼게요.
I'll come up with something.
I hope so. You can't expect me to do the thinking for both of us all the time. We'll ask the locals and see.
There's something else we have to sort out first. I spoke to the innkeeper.
I noticed that too.
We can work off our debt. All we have to do is carry a few sacks of flour from that cart to the pantry. If we both do it, we'll be finished in no time.
Log sacks? Are you yanking my noble pizzle?
I'm serious.
I can't work. I'm a noble. What if someone saw me?
알겠습니다. 나 혼자 할게.
All right, I understand. I'll carry them by myself.
I'm glad you know your place.
Although, a couple of sacks wouldn't kill you, eh?
Henry, Haven't you ever heard of the 3 states of man?
Would that be some aristocratic excuse?
Not so fast. It's God's law. Oratoris, the priests who pray for us. Laboratoris, the plebs who shovel shit and pay taxes. And Bellatoris, the warriors who protect the ones on their knees or in the fields. Now, which am I? So if you find me a sword, I can get to work. But wield a pitchfork or carry sacks? That's against God and nature.
그럼 저는 뭐죠?
So, which do I belong to?
Good question. Before I'd have said you were a peasant, but it turned
지식이
out that you're a
지식이 막
noble's
불고 있어.
bastard. And you're pretty handy
귀족
with a
집안의 서자지.
sword. And you've even been in a monastery.
수도원에
I'd rather
있었던
forget
과거도
about
있어.
that.
You're a bit of everything. But if you get your hands dirty with labour, it wouldn't be such an offence against divine order as in my case.
뭔가 신분에 안
Pure
맞는
blood, no
일을
more status
하면
than
절대 안 된다는
In
뭐 그런 게 있나
short,
보네.
be so kind as to get to work. I promise I'll make
이
it up to you.
일을 나는 기억할 것입니다.
Thanks again for accepting it with humility. And fear not, friend, I'll repay the favour.
How? Well, giving me a large estate?
That too, of course. Maybe 2 estates. But above all, once we're out of the worst, I'll help you
그래,
find
걔가
your
있어야
dog.
돼.
As soon as we have at least some gear, we'll head into the forest and find Mutt in a trice. Although, if you think about the 3 states of man, looking for lost dogs is more like a huntsman's work. But let's pay no mind to that.
내가 어디서 대화를 보냐에 따라 가지고 이 구도가 달라질 거 아니야. 그것도 신기하구만.
Here you go.
이거를 진행한다.
You ain't here to carry it clear off. That isn't half heavy. Oh.
읽는 게 뭐였다? 점프.
Stop that whistling.
읽는 게 뭔지 기억이 안 나.
Was our company.
Look out!
But the 2 of us managed to get away. It was the same bandits who
Innkeeper,
attacked
a
Lord
beer!
von Bergov's men. Why the fuck doesn't anyone believe us?
Maybe because you've got no way of proving it?
We lost everything. How hard is that to understand?
What if you're one of those men? And you're up to no good. We should kick
Pour me
both
one.
of you out, just to be on the safe side.
Some boys, mind if I'm there?
Just an idiot, a stupid, ignorant village yokel. What did you say? Say it again.
It was their own fault.
What do you mean? They attacked themselves? What the fuck are you trying to say?
Everyone knows it's dangerous around Trotsky. Making camp in such an unprotected place is suicide.
Where else were they supposed to make camp, smart-ass?
Somewhere in the rocks, maybe. Not out in the open by the pond. Only a fool would do that.
안녕하세요.
Calm down, both of you.
I'm perfectly calm. It's your chum here who's ranting and raving.
Pack it in, Henry. There's no point in arguing with this yokel. He fancies himself as a military strategist.
I don't believe a word you're saying. A weed like you surviving a fight against bandits even von Berghoff himself has trouble with?
Believe what you like, but I'm telling the truth. And in fact, I'm willing to overlook all your insults if you apologize right now. And invite me to that wedding.
Oh, you want to come to the wedding, do you? Huh. I'll give you a piece of advice, pal. If you can make yourself useful for the blacksmith or the miller, you'll get to the wedding. You'll see the glorious occasion, at least from a distance. And you can stop spouting your pathetic lies.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein, and I demand your immediate apology.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. You're starting to bore me. You and your silly made-up name.
No apology, then. It looks like I'm going to have to teach you a lesson.
Oh, I'm so scared. Hey, you! Get your sweetheart and fuck off out of our village. Both of you.
I give you a chance to apologize, and you keep insulting me? Get ready to pick up your broken teeth with broken fingers.
Oh, I'd like to see that. Come on, then.
You scum!
Look over there! That's the way he ran!
Surround him! I see him up!
No chance.
You're no match for us, fucker!
Slice him up. I'll beat you to a bloody pulp, fucker! Slice him up.
Yeah! Don't spare him! Fucking Mr. Mendez!
Gosh.
What the hell is going on here? Grab them vagabonds!
네, 빨리.
Bastards! This will cost you dearly. Keep your mouth shut and don't make it worse. What? You behave like a spoilt brat. How dare you speak... Oh. You know, if you just shut up and done some work, we'd have coin by now and be on our way to the castle, but no, not his lordship. You've got a nerve. If you hadn't have played the hero, we'd have been there long since and I wouldn't have had to get you out of that mess. Oh yeah, because this isn't a mess, is it? Fuck off.
Shut up! You'll get a whipping too.
아이씨, 이래가지고 돈 벌려고 했더만 이 새끼 때문에. 아.
Who the hell do you think you are?
죄송합니다.
I'm sorry, sir, but it's your fault what happened in the tavern.
What? My fault? You can't be serious. Whose fault is it that we're in this fucking pillory?
왜냐면 지키려던
I
것뿐이에요.
was just defending you. Should I have let that fop beat you senseless?
I only wanted him to apologize. I'd expect my right-hand man to argue my case a bit better.
What do you think I was trying to do?
And who was too scared to speak? Well, if it hadn't been for me, we wouldn't have even been in that tavern. We've been in the shit right from the start because you had to play at being the knight in shining underwear, saving damsels in distress.
I don't believe it. You're trying to put the blame on me? Just like that?
Who else is to blame? You're just a simple peasant who has no idea how the world works.
싸웁시다.
Hey, let's just stop all this arguing. It'll just make things worse.
Fuck you. I've had it up to here with you. With you and your pontificating. You were supposed to make sure nothing went wrong. And how did that turn out? It was me who had to save your life. You're fucking useless. You couldn't even keep an eye on your own mutt.
새끼가 그래도 화해해야지.
That's enough. This isn't getting us anywhere.
난 지성인이라고.
I understand you're downcast after all that happened to us. And I understand you need to take it out on someone. I can take it. But we shouldn't forget we have a job to do. And do it we must. Together.
That's exactly what I'm doubting. Everything goes to shit when you're by my side.
You don't really mean that. Calm down.
I'm perfectly calm. That's it. My life went to shit from the first moment I met you. And I've only just realised it. You're like a ball and chain. And I'd have bagged that wild boar too if it weren't for you.
Well...
And none of the rest would have happened. I wouldn't have been showered in shit.
Oh, come on, Capon.
Don't you cape on me. Not another word. I have to consider what to do next.
나 불편한 자세로 보는.
Right, ladies. Time to go home. But I swear to Christ, if I catch you again, I'm gonna skin you both alive.
Isn't that?
Otto.
Hey! Go!
Oh, shit. Right, where were we? Go on, get out of my sight.
What are we gonna do? You can do as you like. You can go and carry sacks or dig latrines. I'll look after myself. I'll go and see Lord von Bergov at the wedding. I bid you farewell.
혼자 놀게 된다.
Oh. Yeah. If I were in your shoes, I'd be glad to be rid of the good for nothing, eh? Yeah. All right, off you go.
웃음 어디 갔어? 이제 진정한 나의 모험이 시작된다. 모든 행동에는 상황의 결과가 따릅니다. 범죄를 저지르면 주변 세계와 사람들이 이에 반응합니다. 범죄란 정직한 기도를 반드시 피해야 할 행위는 범죄 관전입니다. 무고한 일을 살해하지 말아야 하며 도둑질하지 않으며 타인의 집을 침입하지 않으며 타인 가치에 해를 끼치지 않으며 공헌할 수 방해하지 않아야 합니다. 당신의 범죄 행위를 목격한 사람이 있다면 그는 당신에게 경비를 신고하거나 시켰다 될 것입니다. 현행범을 잡히지 않았다고 해도 하지 않은 것이 아닙니다. 사람들 과도가 아니면 당신의 이름을 추론할 수 있습니다. 평판에 대한 정보는 플레이어카드의 평판틀에서 확인할 수 있습니다. 평판은 사람들이 당신에 대한 태도에 영향을 줍니다. 당신이 좋아하는 사람이랑 친절하게 맞이할 것이며 상인들이 가을 바꿔줄 수 있습니다. 반대로 당신을 싫어한다면 당신과 말도 섞지 않으려 할 수 있습니다. 임무를 완료하면 평판을 높일 수 있습니다. 범죄를 저지르고 경직하지 못하는 행동하면 평판이 낮아집니다. 당신의 행실은 사람들 사이에 전파에 누구를 돕거나 사체했을 경우 그지에게 다른 사람들이 곧 그 사실을 알게 됩니다. 평판 높이기 아주 평판은 속죄나 참여를 순례를 통해 벌어볼 수 있으며 사제를 지나가면 수행할 수 있습니다. 불안. 현에서 범죄가 많이 발생할 경우 사람들은 더욱 경계하며 무장을 갖추게 되고 소년들은 지원병력을 부릅니다. 사인 소년은 무지성을 정상으로 들어갑니다.
I suppose I really do need to find some job. I'll find muck without you, you stuck-up Lord of Perkstein.
Hey, over here. Well, come on. I don't bite. Are you going to just stand here like a statue?
Got it?
You've got time, right?
일단 L1.
You don't look like you're in a rush anywhere. Do you have anywhere to go? Somewhere to sleep?
대화한다. 딱히 할 것도 없어. 필요하실 거라도 있습니까?
What do you want from me?
I don't want anything from you. I should actually be thanking you.
Uh-huh. For what?
I've been begging for alms here for days, but I didn't make any real coin till today. And that's thanks to you. The scene you made brought out nearly all of Troskowitz.
관계 무슨 됐습니다.
You don't have to thank me. I could have done without it. And that fracas in front of the tavern as well.
Oh well, not many people can make such a strong first impression. But look on the bright side. Now things can only get better.
그 말이 맞는 거 같네요.
Yes, you're probably right. It doesn't get much worse than that.
이 아저씨 또 몰방하시네.
Somebody tries to kill me. Again.
You're still alive in one piece.
왔어?
It's a new day and the sun is shining. Like Tomcat always says, bruises build character.
수갱이에 대해 사실 말해주세요.
Do you know anything more about Tomcat?
They say he's a master swordsman, but a real joker too. He loves showing off to girls.
그에게 뭔가 배울 수 있을까요?
Do you think Tomcat might teach me a few of his tricks?
No offense, but compared to him, you're a bit of a lightweight.
I don't want to pull wagons, but if he can handle a weapon, I'd be happy to train a little with him.
Well, one of the guards tried to take him on and came back whipped like a dog, moaning like he'd been broken.
역시 게임에서도 편태 그 자체 한영.
If he's that strong, I'm not surprised.
내가 일부러 벗은 건 아니야. 벗겨진 거지.
Watch doesn't know. Or at least that's what the poor man said.
아하, 전투훈련. 뭐 어떻게 보면 안 돼요?
여자랑 대화하는데 옷 다 벗고 오는구만.
He breaks logs with his hands. He even let himself be run over by a loaded hay wagon. Crazy. But to be fair to him, he sometimes helps people. Stanislav's sheep fell into a pit one
기겁한 변명입니다.
And not just that, he crawled down to get it. And when he found the poor thing had a broken leg, he carried it on his back
몸
all
좋은
the way home.
안세포 뭐 그런 느낌인가? 수갱이 어디
Where
있습니까?
might I run into Tomcat?
In the camp by the tower, that is, by Rock Tower Pond. He watches the camp
아이,
for the
털이 없네.
nomads.
Should I watch out for them?
No, I don't think so. They mind their own business, but strangers usually mean trouble for them, so they're careful. Try not to stare too hard and hold your tongue, otherwise Tomcat will show you some of his other skills.
뭐 어떻게
How
보면
does
돼?
he show off for the girls?
Like I said, he shows off his muscles and everything he can do with them. I suppose it works on the ladies.
기록. 그렇고 성함이 어떻게 되시죠?
You. What's your name, anyway? What do you do?
I'm Bara. Just Bara.
Looks like you know your way around here pretty good. You're from here, right?
I ain't. I'm just passing through.
그럼 방랑자 아십니까?
You're something like a wanderer.
직접되는
I
한영.
usually find work with someone, stay for a while, and once I save a bit, I move on.
Then why are you begging here?
Sometimes I collect herbs for the apothecary
일찍이를
or
도와줍니다.
help in the tavern, but I'd like to go somewhere else, so I'm scraping up whatever I can. But on the whole, you could say I'm a traveller or a nomad, but don't say it too loud. The locals don't take kindly to them.
Why?
Because they're different, and it scares people. They travel from place to place and take their home with them.
I'd like to see what their homes look like.
You can go and see them.
좀
Just
싫어한다
don't
이거지.
stare too long.
어디로
Where are you
가십니까?
headed? If you're only passing through here.
For work, to the city. I'm tired of serving landholders.
They all promise the moon, but then you're eating stale bread, cold porridge, and a nary a groschen in sight.
With the city folk, it's bound to be better.
왜 저를 도와주시는
Why
겁니까?
exactly are you helping me?
Why? Why?
Because you look like you need it.
왜 이렇게 호구조사를?
And I know how appreciated a helping hand is in times
일단
like
나한테
that.
지금 호감인 사람이 별로 없다고. 어디로 가십니까?
You said you were going to a city. You mean like to Prague? Or somewhere further?
I'd like to go to Prague, but I don't know anybody there. In Kuttenberg, at least I have a cousin.
Aha. So you're going to visit her?
밖에 나가서 현실 여자를 이렇게 조사하란 말야.
But I won't be troubling her long, just until I find a way to make a living.
게임해야지. 도시에는
What do you
무슨
want
일로
to do in the
가십니까?
city?
I'll find something. I'm not afraid of work. I'm not half-witted. Maybe someone could use a cook or a servant.
Don't get your hopes up. The city can be a pretty dangerous place for a girl on her own.
You mean they don't hand out groschen by the bucketful? And the streets aren't full of roasted stuffed geese? I appreciate your concern, but I have to get to the city first. That's going to take me a long while yet.
좀 도와달라고 할까? 도와주세요. 옷 좀 혹시 옷이 있어야 될 것 같은데. 옷이 필요합니다.
Practically naked. Nobody's going to want to even talk to me like this.
At least you're not walking around bare-assed. Although that might not be a sorry sight.
Ah, very funny. I'd rather you tell me where I might get some clothes.
And what do you have in mind? Brocade and satin, a monk's robe, or perhaps Sir Brunswick's armour?
갑옷이 있으면 좋겠는데요.
I could use some armour. Proper, like, for a night. And no rusty junk.
And you are like a knight?
Well, yeah. I don't look so good. But I swear I came here in armour, sword at my side, and on a horse.
Wow. And where is your armour, sword, and horse now?
That's a long story. And it's not a happy tale.
Well, you can hardly buy new armour now. But
시청 무기고.
you might find something in the town hall armory. Although you'll need quick hands.
일단 고맙다고 해야겠다.
Thanks. These'll come in handy.
Just don't get yourself caught again.
그 결혼식 어떻게 갈지
My main
혹시 아니?
concern is getting to that wedding in Semin. Do you know anything about that celebration?
Well, yeah. People are talking of nothing else. The Lord's son is getting married to the sister of that lout.
도둑질을 권장하는 아가씨.
How much time do you think I have? Have the preparations already begun?
From what I hear, the bride's dress still ain't finished, and blacksmith Radovan still ain't started smithing the gift for the groom. So, no rush.
Hopefully by then I'll find a way to sneak in.
할 곳이 없습니다.
Do you know where I might find accommodation?
Betty in the tavern lets people sleep in the hay. But you have to pay.
I'm not going near that tavern. I'd catch hell again. Got any other ideas?
If you find some work, maybe you'll
누구
get a
하면
place
자꾸
to sleep
따라온다.
too.
뒤로. 반갑습니다.
Well, it was nice to meet you, but I should probably get going. Get a job, and so on.
Don't worry, you'll manage. Till we meet again.
지금 스토리가 어떻게 되냐면은 처음에 이제 내가 저장했던 그 약초상 집에서 떠나와서 걸어서 이제 이 성 앞까지 왔는데 성 앞에서 그 경비병들이 나랑 한사한테 이제 오물을 뒤집어 쓰면서 이 거지 새끼들 썩어져라고 해서 일단 물러났고, 그래서 술집에서 어떻게 하지 하고 있었는데 술집에서 이제 싸움이 붙어가지고 결국 여기 붙잡혀 있다가 그 한스는 지가 알아서 하겠다고 가버리고 나 혼자 남겨진 상태야. 지금 뭐 돈을 벌어가지고 뭐라도 이제 해야 되고, 지금 일단 1차적인 목표는 여기에서 무슨 결혼식이 열린다는데 그 결혼식에 얘네가 만나려고 하는 목표 대상인 폰 어쩌고저쩌고가 온다고 해서 그 결혼식에 참여할 방법을 찾아야 돼. 통과해가.
자, 뭐라도 해봐라.
지도는 어떻게 열더라?
길 가는 행인을 주었나 벤다던다.
제가 사실 조작법도 잘 생각이 안 나가지고 지금 내가
에크 47을 난사한다던다. 자, 해봐라.
주요 임무 결혼식에 입장할 방법을 찾으시오. 보조 임무는 머트를 찾아야 되고 수갱이를 만나러 가야 되는데 수갱이는 어딘지. 머트는 엄청 멀리 있겠구나.
종 들고 가서 협박하면 다 해주지 않을까?
Did you forget your clothes somewhere?
You shouldn't be hanging around here, friend.
일단은 지금 당장 얘는 국어라고 있네. 내가 만날 수 있는 애는 대장장이한테 가요.
Hey, did you forget your clothes somewhere?
Oh,
사과한다.
thanks for pointing that out. I was just changing.
안녕하세요. 여기 아닌데.
그래, 가서 종 만들어 달라고 해.
술집. 아까 내가 여기 있었던 거고. 건조장, 둥지, 드라코비치, 서기관. 뭘 해야 될지 잘 감도 안 오네. 여기가 술집인가?
Hey, did you forget your clothes somewhere?
한다.
Thanks for pointing that out. I was just changing.
아씨, 지도가 도대체 어떻게 보는지 잘 모르겠어. 속죄, 임무정보, 범죄자. 사람한테 말이나 걸어볼까? 여기 몇시?
오니 옷 좋아 보이는데 빌리자.
외복 공격을 신고하고 싶습니다.
이런 말 안 돼.
Some scoundrels attacked my lord's retinue and killed our men.
That's a serious matter. Where is your lord?
Well, he left.
I don't understand why he's not lodging a complaint himself, and why not directly at the castle. He has that right as a lord.
It's a long story. My lord got very angry and then went missing.
Sorry, fella, but I'm not sure whether you're making it up or lying to me. But if you were telling the truth, why don't you bring your lord here and we can talk it all over calmly? I'm sorry, lad, but until then, I've got more important things to do.
Excuse me, I'm looking for the man who was in the pillory with me yesterday. Have you seen him?
I can't help you with that. You'll have to find him yourself.
알았다. 여기가 상인. 뭐가 어디 있는지 딱히 표시가 되지 않으니까 그냥 적당히 돌아다니면서 그냥 말 걸고 다녀봐야 하는 거.
You shouldn't be bothering us here.
여기가 무기파는 건가? 목수와 소목장님. 이런 목수네
Doesn't it
발견.
bother you? Walking around here like some kind of animal?
No, it does. I had no choice. Sorry.
안녕하세요.
It's a sin to walk around bare-arsed, friend.
지금 뭐 할 수 있는 게 없고.
What did I do to you?
여기는 서기관, 약간 관공서 같은 그런 데구나. 여기는 목수네고. 안녕하세요. 이건 뭐야? 훔친다가 있네. 뒤에서 접근하니까. 아, 이건 상점. 연금술 작업대를 살렸다고. 내가 도대체 뭘 해야 되는가? 일단 돌아다녀 봐야겠어. 일단 대장장이를 만나고 싶은데 대장장이가 어디 있을까? 여기 목수. 그다음에 목수인가? 아, 여기 좀 멀리 있네. 이쪽으로 가면은 또 이쪽으로. 일단 옷을 좀 구해야 될 것 같은데.
Did you drink away your hose?
No, I just... Sorry.
일단
Pay, and you shall be forgiven. Have you stolen? Pay. Have you killed? Pay. Are you the devil himself? Pay, and you shall go to heaven. The prelates spout empty words. Their bellies may be full, but their heads are empty. Fat arses and empty spaces where their hearts should be. They offer salvation to anyone who fills their coffin.
뭘 해야 될지 하나도 모르겠어. 일단은 길을 떠나서 뭐 이런 모르는 지역으로 가봐야 되나. 연금술 작업대 상인. 기관.
모르면 알게 하라.
Put some clothes on, you scoundrel.
I was just changing clothes. Right away.
때우기. 때로 제지버스터, 세비어스, 뉴스 제지버, 최선의 했으니까, 예. 세기풀, 벨라도나, 세이프러가 벨라도나. 안녕하세요. 성장하는 두 부분으로 구성됩니다. 상품을 구매할 수 있는 상인의 소지품과 상품을 판매할 수 있는 헨리의 소지품입니다. 구매인 판매를 위해 선택한 아이템과 거기에 넣는 우측 상단 구석에 박은 표에서 확인할 수 있습니다. 여기에 헨리와 상인의 구경 표적과 거기 내는 부분입니다. 아이템의 총 금액과 같은 현재 거래 정보 표시입니다. 그 다음에는 필요한 가격으로 구매하거나 상인과 흥정할 수 있습니다. 여기 주인 있어. 주인 할머니, 안녕하세요.
Have you come to break some more stuff? If you want something, wait till I've stopped being angry. And if you don't have anywhere to sleep, they'll look after you in Jelly-off.
젤레오프? 여기가 술집 뒤쪽이었구만.
Greetings to you. A tankard of ale, thanks.
여기서 잠을 잘 수 있네. 이 사람한테 가봐야겠는데.
Hear what Master Jan Hus of Prague teaches us. Priests wallow in gold while their
대화한다. R1. 군? 이 사람 무슨 책 같은 걸 파네. 정보를 파는 거구나. 이야기와 기술.
Oh, well, what can you do? Farewell, then.
나와서 왜? 여기 안에 있다.
Have you come to break some more stuff?
알았어.
If you want something, wait till I stop being
노래 해야 되는 거지.
Once old folks start getting soft in the head, it's bad news.
Exactly. Let me tell you, I'd rather die poor but young than to go through
by the
that.
state of his body.
So what? Somebody digging in and chucked
나 우드 꽉싸야 알아.
What can I do for you?
거래.
What do you have for sale?
작업용. 난 돈이 얼마나 있지? 난 돈이 없구나.
Take care then, and thanks for nothing.
That is strange. I reckon something devilish was involved.
일단은 그러면은 길을 따라가서 우주 퀘스트를 좀 진행을 해볼게. 당장 뭐 운동.
Keep the peace, and we won't have any problems.
Greetings.
역시 인사는 중요하지. 여기로 가면은 가다가 그래서 쭉길 따라가야겠지. 이쪽으로 가야 돼. 양이 이렇게 걸어가는 게 맞나?
뭘 할지 모르겠으면 시민학살이라도 하라 말야.
지금 내가 했던 전투 대부분에서 지금 대부분의 전투에서 졌는데 이 나무에 있는 아, 저기 있구나. 이거 뭐 어떡하라고.
루드비히 성검 안 들고 옴.
아, 그거 저거 사야 되는데. 저걸 얻을 수 있는 방법이 없나? 문제를 발견하면 뭐해. 나를 얻을 수가 없는데. 이건 나중에는 말이 있어야지 이런 데를 좀 빨리빨리 왔다 갔다 하겠네.
그럼 말부터 훔치자.
훔치는 건 어떻게 하는데. 아호. 안녕하세요.
God bless.
나야 모르지.
여기 오라고 했는데. 아, 이 집이 아니구나. 뒷집이구나. 이렇게 지나가서.
돼지 맛있겠다.
돈 없어가지고 저런 거 사먹지도 못해.
That's a fine maypole.
깨기도.
돼지 삼겹살에 먹자.
대장장이 아저씨. 대화한다. 에런. 대화.
What do you need? Hurry up. I don't have all day.
돈을 구한다고 해서 왔습니다.
I'm here then. You said in the alehouse that you could do with a helping hand at the forge, didn't you?
I could. My last two hands, well, they're not worth mentioning. And what with the wedding coming up, the work is piling up. Ah, what's your name? Henry?
That's right.
You should know Henry. The blacksmithing.
뭐야 대저 트윅을 줘요.
Have you done it before?
Yeah. I basically grew up in the
그거
forge. My
밟잖아요.
father was a swordsmith. And not just any. He even forged swords for the nobility.
For the nobility, eh? Well, that kind of experience will come in very handy for me indeed. As it happens, I have to forge a wedding present for young Lord Semine. A fine sword.
So you'll take me on?
Hold your horses. I'll have to try you out first. You could forge me a hunting sword as a test, so I can see if you can make a straight blade. That shouldn't give you much trouble if your father was a swordsmith, should it?
시작하시죠.
Sure thing. I can get started right away.
Great. Find some iron and get started then.
Iron?
You can't make a sword out of butter, but if you don't have your own stuff, you can get everything from the chest in my forge.
What happened to you? Wake up! Quick!
Go over to the anvil and let's get started.
칼을 펴려서 날카롭게 한 다음
What was that sound? You've no business here.
이 새끼 한 방에 보내자.
뭘 쳐다봐 임마.
I never want to see you here again without permission.
두고 보자. 내가 지금 아직 무기가 없어서. 약간 괴짝이 어딨는지. 됐다. 아, 고철.
Get to it. I want to see how you'll fare.
고철이라서.
Are you gonna get started then?
Keep the peace, and we won't have any problems.
Greetings, Master Guard.
Then go over to the anvil and let's get started.
짱가자자가 시작한다. 사전용 칼. 불쏘시개 쪼갤 때도 유용하다. 강철 2개, 고철 하나, 고정 4개. 다 이거가 사전용 칼을 만든 도구였구만. 분류? 종료. 시작하기.
Furnace is cold now. Give it a practice try. Some things, like swords, are too long to fit in the fire. You have to heat it up and try poking it around for a bit.
앞뒤로 무역하게 부분에 가야지.
Now get the furnace nice and hot. There's a lever above you.
알죠.
Give it a pull. It works the bellows. Tell the temperature by the color, but you won't be able to tell when it's in the fire. You have to take it out from time to time and take a look. Try it out. See? It's the color of straw, which is what you want. And you heated the whole thing up. Nicely done. Now you can go straight to the anvil. Try moving the sword along the anvil so you can get the hang of it. For fuck's sake, Henry! What are you waiting for? Move the sword. Now take the hammer and try hitting it a few times.
파이팅.
See the sparks? That's the sign of a good strike. The more sparks, the better. Also, you can hammer with different degrees of power. A stronger hit will do more, but it'll tire you out faster. Try giving it a few blows, as hard as you can, so I can see how strong you are. That's got a nice ring to it. Of course, if it was all about hitting an anvil with a hammer, any dolt could do it. You've got to hammer the workpiece evenly. One hit next to the other. Very nice. You're doing just fine. But when I say evenly, I mean it. A sword has two sides, like a lot of other things, including myself. Turn it over and continue on the other side. Nice. Now try forging it on both sides. The closer it is to being finished, the more it will take on the shape you want. It'll cool off soon anyway. It's cooled now. You can't do it all in one go. You've got to put it back in the furnace from time to time. Sometimes you've got to go there and back all day. But it's all part of the craft. Now, get back to the forge and heat it all up again, like before. Heated up now, so come over to the anvil. See that? Besides the sparks, you can tell a good strike by the sound it makes.
임마 일할 땐 열과 성을 다해서 하란 말야. 으쌰으쌰.
Sparks are flying nicely. The sparks. That's the stuff.
엄마나 만든 거 왜 이렇게 힘드냐, 씨.
이래가지고 전설의 대장장이 되겠어.
그래, 대장가가 돼야 되는 건가. 왜 주둥이 안 치지?
Well struck. The sparks. That's the stuff. See how it's taking on the right shape? That's how you can tell it's almost finished. Now, I've got a piece of advice for you. Hammer to a rhythm. When I hammer a piece to a beat, the work goes by easy. Sometimes I'll whistle to myself to keep the rhythm going. That's some nice whistling. The sparks. That's the stuff. There you go. You've got it finished. All that's left is to temper it, and the sword will be done. The rest is just tweaking.
X로 열처리 해야 된다. 드디어.
Right. Let's have a look.
아이, 칼 만들고 너무
Very nice
힘든데.
work. Your father taught you the trade well.
He'd certainly be happy to hear that.
If you carry on hammering as well as you did today, you've definitely got a job here. Even so, keep in mind, it's all about making sure every strike does its job. That's why you can't let it get cold, or keep striking the same spot. If you work evenly, each strike falling right next to the last one, you can't go wrong. Got that? Or is there something else you want to ask about?
What good does it do me to whistle while I work?
It makes you work to a rhythm. You won't get tired so quickly, and the iron feels it.
아직 재는지 어떻게 알죠?
How do I know a good strike from a bad one?
By the sparks that fly up, and by the ring. It rings out with a different sound when you do it right.
완성된지 어떻게 알죠?
How will I know it's finished?
Notice the shape. The closer you are to finishing, the more precise the shape it will have.
알겠습니다.
Thanks. That's all I need to know.
You can sleep in the chamber by the woodshed.
턱간 옆에
There's a
달린 방.
chest where you can keep your things. And of course, you can use the forge anytime you want. Any questions?
Where can I get materials?
You can buy some essentials from me. But if you want to make a fancy sword with lots of ornamentation, you'll have to look elsewhere. This is just a village, you know. The locals ain't after luxury. They can't afford it neither.
제가 만든 물건 모았습니다.
What can I do with the
하나를 만들어둬.
Well, you can sell them. Though you probably won't have much luck around here.
내가 만들어서 얘한테
I'll
파는
happily
느낌인
buy
거만.
some of the nicer things from you.
어디서
Where
만듭니까?
exactly is my bed?
At the side of the house. There are 2 doors and a wheelbarrow between them.
헛간
You go in
옆에 있는
first.
성과 노력으로 명검을 만들어야지
헛간 옆에
말야.
있는
You can
기준이
put your things in the chest there. Don't worry, nobody'll steal them.
이게 뭐가 되죠?
What do you think? You're not going to be idle. I'll find you some work to do right away. You're pretty good at swords, but what the locals really need is axes and horseshoes. Right.
이래가지고 엑스칼리버 나중에
They show
만들겠어.
what they're both supposed to look like. And some iron. You can get down to it right away.
Just like that? You aren't going to help me?
Sacre, lad. I chose you because you already know a thing or two. I'm not going to look over your shoulder all bloody day. You take care of these smaller jobs. Forge away as long as you're able, and then sell it all. Once you've made some coin and feel like being out in the open again, I'll give you some more interesting work.
약간 제자가 식한다. 안 올려. X.
What can I do for you?
뭔가 가르쳐
I'd
주시겠습니까?
like you to teach me something.
It can be done, but it doesn't come free. You know how it is. Years of hard work and self-sacrifice. What is this about?
떠한다.
I'm still not really sure of myself in the forge. Could you show me again how it's done?
Why not? Better to practice now than fuck up an order. Why don't you forge me another hunting sword? Have you got what you need?
Yeah, I have.
Let's see what you can do then. Furnace is cold now. Give it a practice try. Some things, like swords, are too long to fit in the fire. You have to heat it up. Try poking it around for a bit.
F.
Are you gonna get started then? Now get the furnace nice and hot. There's a lever above you. Give it a pull. Work the bellows. You can tell the temperature by the color, but you won't be able to tell when it's in the fire. You have to take it out from time to time and take a look. Try it out. See? It's the color of straw, which is what you want. And you heated the whole thing up. Nicely done. Now you can go straight to the anvil. Try moving the
만들면
sword
내가 같이
along the
봐줄 수
anvil
있나?
so you can get the hang of it. Now take the hammer and try hitting it a few times. See the sparks? That's the sign of a good strike. The more sparks, the better. Also, you can hammer with different degrees of power. A stronger hit will do more, but it'll tire you out faster. Try giving it a few blows, as hard as you can, so I can see how strong you are. That's got a nice ring to it. Of course, if it was all about hitting an anvil with a hammer, any dolt could do it. You've got to hammer the workpiece evenly. One hit next to the other. Very nice. You're doing just fine. But when I say evenly, I mean it. A sword has two sides. Like a lot of
어떨
other
때는
things,
약하게 쳐주고 어떨 때는 강하게
including
쳐주고
myself. Turn it over and continue on the other side. Nice. Now try forging it on both sides. The closer it is to being finished, the more it will take on the shape you want. It'll cool off soon anyway. It's cooled now. You can't do it all in one go. You've got to put it back in the furnace from time to time. Sometimes you've got to go there and back all day. It's all part of the craft. Now, get back to the forge and heat it all up again, like before. Thing is heated up now, so come over to the anvil. The sparks are flying nicely. Well struck. That's the ring you want. Well struck. See how it's taking on the right shape? That's how you can tell it's almost finished. Now, I've got a piece of advice for you. Hammer to a rhythm. When I hammer a piece to a beat, the work goes by easier. Sometimes I'll whistle to myself to keep the rhythm going. That's some nice whistling. It's easier to forge to a rhythm, isn't it? Keep on whistling. Make sure you keep up the tempo. There you go. You've got it finished. All that's left is to temper it, and the sword will be done. The rest is just tweaking.
됐어, 이제 저 새끼 질러.
이제 나도 검을 얻었나?
I just wanted to know if she's feeling better.
It was nothing, just a slight cold.
넌 저장할 수 없다.
구입할 수 있는 칸은 여기지만 모든 점에가 카드를 우뚝 사용할 수 있게 해주는 건 아닙니다. X로 활성화된 이동, 위아래 왼쪽 오른쪽으로 칸 이동, X로 칸입니다. 벨트를 사용한 무기 나타내고 접속할 수 있는 수가 늘어납니다. 다음 접수에 빠르게 전환할 수 있습니다. 벨트 칸, 왼쪽으로 무기, 오른쪽으로 물약. 무기를 2개까지 살 수 있는 거구나. 지금은 사냥 역할을 얻었어. 팔을 휘두를 수 있고.
Stop fooling around! You were starting to scare me. Excuse me?
나도 생각할 거야. 사냥 역할밖에 못하는 건가? 아까 뭔가 얻은 거를 책을 해야 되나? 공부의 편자와 작업용 도끼 도안 배우기.
칠러 이 새끼.
허리였으니까 얘.
나와 임마.
수리여서 운동에서 사용한 돈으로 만들어진 평범한 도끼. 다른 도끼는 없어야 하는데 그걸 뿐만 아니라 하는 사람이 당장 쓰는 무기 없을 때도 주변에 쓰인다. 동료. 그 다음에 농부의 편자 배우기. 네. 고철이 있어야 되고. 하나 만들어 보자. 그래서 작업용 도끼. 시작하기. 이거를 그럼 여기를 이동해서
I've been banging this spot for a long time.
이걸 위아래로 옮기는 거구나.
I should move it.
Christ almighty.
This one's gonna need some more work.
아, 겁나 힘드네, 진짜, 씨.
투덜투덜 대지마 이 영전 노예야. 가서 일해라. 일하라고.
Christ, what a day.
야, 도끼 하나 만들기 진짜 힘들다.
Finally.
이제 편자도 만들어야지. 동구의 편자.
The only bit of shade far and wide. That's just it. Some noble was resting under it. Not for shade, but because it was pissing down. All the more reason to leave it be, no? Aye. But the weather had been stormy for a few days, so one of the branches snapped and fell off. Nothing happened to the noble, but it broke his horse's back. And that pissed him off and he wanted his revenge. He complained to the bailiff, saying the oak's dangerous and has to go. Christ, there'll be
I should move it.
left here at this rate. Don't worry. When's the last time you saw the bailiff get anything done on you?
This is useless. I should move it.
두 번 두드리고 옮기고 해야겠네.
대장장이 시뮬레이터에 오신 여러분을 환영합니다.
I've been banging this spot for a long time.
Did you hear about what happened at the big wheel? At the mill? Yeah, the place by the Zheharovka Street.
I have to move it.
Has the water sprite been up to his mischief again? You could say that. They found a dead body.
I'm always hitting the same place. That's no good.
Some vagabond. God rest his soul. And get this. Miller Boska says he was in the water at least a week, judging by the state of his body. So, somebody did him in and chucked him in.
자, 일단 할 수 있는 걸 하는 거야.
Can you believe it? Someone bumped him off and didn't even rob him. That is strange. I reckon something devilish was involved. You don't see something like that every day. Well, I'll be on my way. I wish you well. Take care.
I have to hammer it more evenly. This is useless. I should move it. I've been banging this spot for a long time. I should do it more evenly. Well, I'm about half done.
현실에서 코아를 때려잡던 내가 이 세계에서 대장장이 일만 하게 된 건에 대해서
How's life treating you? Not too bad. But I've got so much to do. I'd have to split myself in two to get it all done on time.
라는 제목의 애니 찾습니다.
Sure, but where could I find a decent apprentice? Oh, please. People are always asking me if you'll look it out, but they're never good enough. Together. That way, you'll keep an eye on the land, and you'll even have someone to carry you home.
That doesn't look good. A bit more and I'll fuck it up. Oh, Herrgott. I better not botch this up.
망치겠네 망치겠어.
So, I went to see my brother, and to talk about the inheritance.
아, 이거 편자 만드는 거 꽤 어렵는데?
Once
folks start getting soft in the head, it's bad news. Exactly. Let me tell you, I'd rather die poor but young than to go through that.
Herrgott. I better not botch this up. Fine. Now to temper it.
대화한다.
What do you need? Hurry up. I don't have all day.
거래.
What do you have for sale?
알수. 이게 등급이 나뉘네. 사양칼을 일단 2개를 팔아보아야겠다. 마거대 넣는다. 또 마거대 넣는다. 또 넣고. 그래.
I hope you'll be satisfied, my friend.
도끼는 필요할 수 있으니까 도끼 하나만 더 만들어야 돼.
옷을 벗고 있어야 더 한영스러운데.
It's as cold as a dog's snout.
만드는데 한참 걸리고 도대체 이 게임은 아직까지는 뭐가 진행되는 건지 잘 감도 못 잡겠고.
Christ almighty.
Well, this one's gonna need some more work.
이 새끼들 말야. 내가 이래봬도 말야.
This'll be done in no time.
다른 세계에서는 왕이라고 왕.
Fine. Now to temper it.
완성. 내 침대가 어딨나? 여기서 잘 수 있는 게 아니야. 역시 나 어디서 자야 돼? 여긴가? 아, 여기서 자라고? 야, 움직여. 뭐야. 잠잔다 눌렀는데 지금 아무것도 안 되고 고개도 다 안 돌아가고 뭐지? 뭐가 진행돼야 되는데 안 되는 건가? 버그 같은데 지금.
벽.
지금 버그인데
벽 편태야.
버그인데 이거.
이 사람 잡아가세요.
아무것도 안 돼 지금. 불러야겠는데 이거?
어찌합니까 타?
아이 뭐야? 이거저거 버리고 했는데 씨. 나 지금 돈도 없고.
다시 처음부터.
와 씨. 그러니까 사냥칼 2개 만든 시점까지 있네. 도끼랑 편자 하나씩 만들고 내가 도끼를 하나 더 만들었지. 아씨, 정말 귀찮게 됐네. 그럼 돌아야 돼.
마을이야.
여기. 네. 여기.
내려간다 대초마을로.
도끼 2개, 편자 하나. 아이씨, 진짜. 이제 좀 노하우가 있으니까 좀 빨리빨리 만들겠지. 근데 아직까지 그 휘파람에 맞춰가지고 두드리는 건 아직 잘 모르겠어.
아 그거. 너도 현실이 바람 불면 됨. 맞춰서 부셈 그럼 더 잘됨.
집에 가기도 바쁘다. 한번 해보려고 했는데. 생각해보니까 옆방에 민폐일 것 같아.
님도 이거 지셈 돈 나옴.
Christ, what a day.
Well, I'm about halfway done.
Don't cause any trouble. Got it? Maybe next time.
This is almost done.
God be with
And that's it.
확실히 몇 번 해보니까 좀 빨리 만들긴 한다. 아니, 근데 이런 걸로 뿌듯하고 있어도 되나? 이렇게 하나 또 만들고, 혼자 하나 만들고,
맨날 남이 펴려준 거만 쓰다가 말야. 이렇게요.
셀프메이드도.
노동자분들의 수고도 알아야지요. 건방진 한영 같으니.
내가 언제 노동자들을 무시했나?
너가 쓴 성검 누군가의 피땀 눈물이다.
이 두드릴수록 미묘하게 그 모양 바뀌는 거 진짜 잘 보이니까.
Damn, it's burning.
너무 데워도 안 되는구만.
Halfway there.
아이, 보람차다, 보람차.
Just a bit more and I'll be done.
이제 다 하면 집 가서 버그 나서 다시 대충 아우로셈.
아, 진짜 보고 어이없었어.
Good. That looks finished.
이제 편지 하나까지 만들고 다시 저장하고 저녁 먹으러 가야겠다. 도대체 오늘 뭐 했다고 시간이 쭉쭉 지나가는구만.
어서와 대초마을이야.
자, 이제 편지 하나만 만들면 끝.
역시 노동 이후에 먹는 밥이 꿀맛이지요.
지금 편자가 이게 80일짜리.
녀석이 이제 드디어 노동의 가치를 알았구나.
편자가 4개 있다고. 지금 이제 좋은 옷 입고 빨리 그 내가 모시던 사람 데려가야 된다고.
한영이가 이렇게 열심히 일해서 돈 버는 모습을 보니 나도 모르게 눈물이 유유.
이제 열심히 안 일했나?
This'll take a bit longer.
평생 대학원에서 교수 모시고 살다 늙어 죽겠다고 했을 땐 업장이 무너지는 줄 알았는데 말야 흑흑.
내가 100원치. 끔찍한 소리라고 있네.
Looks like it's almost done. Fine. Now to temper it.
씨한테 이거
What do you
알고
want, you yokel? Speak up or get lost.
거래.
What do you have for sale?
판매. 한양칼 하나 팔고 하나 팔고 담배 변자. 자재가 남아있네. 사냥칼 하나 더 만들 수 있겠는데. 거래한다.
Pleasure doing business. Take care.
내가 돈이 12.7. 7. 다시 값을 저장하고
Don't shove.
잠을 잔다. 됐어. 그래 이래야지. 지금이 18시니까 이런 것까지 뭐야?
Now I've got you. You can't say you weren't warned. You can't just loiter around on other people's property.
아니 잠깐.
You'll pay up and show me whether you stole anything. Otherwise, we'll deal
여기서
with your
자는 게
unruliness in
아닌가요?
the pillory.
12시간이나 자면 임마. 사람 죽어 임마.
설득한다. 애질 낙인 사용.
I'm sure he wants to steal something.
제일 확률이 높은 걸로 가보자. 당장 풀어줘야 하면 큰일 날 거다.
If you don't stop this insolence right now, I'll hit you so hard, you'll swallow your own teeth.
Shut your trap, you scoundrel. I won't be intimidated by a coward like you. Pay up, or I'll drag you to the pillory myself.
Yeah.
Eat shit.
That's quite enough. I've been waiting for you.
절대 이왕의 위력을 보여라.
아, 씨.
는 개뿔.
아, 뭐야, 도대체. 아, 어지간네, 진짜. 근데 어디서 잘하는 거야? 아, 진짜 짱나네. 이건가? 아무것도 없고. 한 시간이라도 자면 저장이 되네. 한 시간.
(12) 시간씩 자면 사람 죽어요.
이렇게 하면 저장이 된 건가? 아, 저장 완료. 오케이. 야, 나 아까 그러면은 무기랑 칼이랑 편자 만든 거 다 날아가는 거야? 일단 저장하는 방법 알았으니까 에이, 여기서 끊을게. 망할.
나가 임마.
어이없네 진짜. 어이없네. 아무튼 여기서 일단은 종료할게. 간다.
밥 먹고 온다고.
그건 모르고 밥 먹으러 간다고 막.
하지
갑니다.
않으셨나요?